didn't slide around. That's a good sign. So I'm doing a review on the Top B roof camper. It's so freaking cheap. Like, it's not cheap. Like, a $40 tent from Walmart is going to be way less expensive for sure. But like, rooftop campers, not only do they look really cool, they save you so much time once you've got them mounted that you can go camping like every single day if you wanted to. It's a little heavy in comparison to some other campers, but that's the trade-off that you get for having a more sturdy camper. The review's not really go into a lot of comparison against like other campers because like I've never been in another camper. I mean, I've been in tents, but like that's different. So I'll go into some details. Mostly my details are going to be around what the actual product is that you get, the different ways that it functions, different features, just like why it's a good camper. I'll go into price point a little bit, but like not much. And really I'm just going to talk about it's a camper. I camped in it. It's nice. I like it. You should like it too. You should like it too. You have to buy it. Because if you buy it, my Amazon affiliate link will then get a percentage of that, which then goes into my bank account, which lets me make other bad decisions financially. Because I couldn't afford this. I think it's like $1,300, and I just put it on a credit card. That was the main reason that I got it, is because I was like on Amazon, and I'm like, I can just put this on a credit card. I'm real depressed. I just want a little bit of a serotonin release. Unless there's like some specific feature that you absolutely need, or you like don't like your rain fly dripping water on you, I'll explain that later. It drips a lot of water on me. Like, all things considered, this camper is pretty good. It's a good camper. So I've been meaning to do this video for pretty much since I got my camper, and yeah. Naturally, I chose the day where it's raining because we didn't just have a bunch of sunny time days here in this area. Yeah. The good news about it, even when it is raining, it's super easy to pop up.
So the camper has two latches on either side that has little holes for pins. You can put little pin locks in to keep it from popping open while you're driving. The clamps are pretty easy to get off. They're a little more tough to get on, but for me that's mostly because I dropped it and bent the brackets a little bit. You can put the little pins back in, and lifting is pretty easy. Once the tent's open, you've got a little band that holds the fly and the rest of the tent in as you're closing it down. You pull that around and it'll notch around the divots on the outside of the tent. Then inside, you'll have the little poles for the tent fly. That's going to keep it open. Now, this is actually one of the parts about the tent that I think I like the least. I'll probably show you a little bit more later on, but when the fly is fully extended, it tends to pocket and rain does collect. That's for sure the worst part of this tent. The fly itself has little zippers on it, and then putting the poles in is pretty straightforward. You just hook it through, and then there's a little attachment down there that the pole notches into. There's two zippable portions to this front entrance area. The outer portion, which I believe is the waterproof portion, can actually attach to the rainfly. There's little hooks on either side, or I'm sorry, little keyholes on either side. I tend to just roll it up. It has the little things to tie it off at the top. Next is the ladder. Ladder is really straightforward. It's made out of some type of aluminum and plastic. It hooks on to either side right here. It's already pre-attached, or the little connectors are pre-attached, and you just disconnect the little clips and it goes straight down. Putting it back together is pretty straightforward too, especially once you're already on the ground. each of these little zippable sections have, you know, the mesh and then the regular outer portion. The zippers, as far as I can tell, are pretty sturdy. They're not the highest quality in the world, but I haven't had them snag or catch. I've used the tent a pretty significant amount of times. Now, one of the more obvious drawbacks of a tent like this, especially if you're putting it onto a truck rack, is it's hard to get your pets into the actual rack, which luckily my dog is, you know, it's a nice tiny lap-sized dog, as you can tell by the way that I'm moving him into the truck, into the camper. You can see he loves it. He's a happy dog, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Inside of the tent is got lots of stuff. Obviously, you got your little flaps, but there's pockets on one side that dangle down. You can throw phones in that or chargers or whatever you needed to do. Surprise, they're on both sides. I forgot, and I'm recording this afterwards because my audio broke. Against the top of the shell, there's more pockets, one of which is clear, which is good for putting keys or whatever else. Unfortunately, there's nothing to like lanyard off to or attach to, but there's plenty of actual holes and pockets to put stuff into. So apparently the Temu voice mic recorder thing that attached to the phone that I'm using to record this stopped working. So the voiceover you're getting is what I'm doing after the fact. What I'm doing is I am explaining to you right now that this has got a little light with the USB cable attached to it. It's super convenient. You plug it in, turn on the power, and there's a pretty decent light that'll kick on above. Yay! I have no idea what I said, so if anyone is good at reading lips, feel free to let me know what weird words I'm saying, because, like, you know, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe we could guess or lip sync. I really like lasagna. I wish that I'd brought some, because I'm very hungry trying to do this review right now. It would be nice to be eating some lasagna. Don't you think so? Oh, I stopped talking. Look, lasagna. Oh, whatever. As far as the cushion that comes with this thing, it's really not very much. I think it's like an inch thick. There's a nice little like moisture wicking portion underneath it that's pretty cool. You probably can tell at this point, but this is the one that came with it, and underneath it I put an additional like Walmart foam one that it really makes a huge difference because the padding is pretty low. From what I understand, though, pretty much everything on the market is something that you'd want to replace. Later, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to cut this down to size and put the entire thing inside of this, but who knows. This is a little moisture wicking part. It adds a little bit of additional cushion, but from what I can tell, it's just there for wicking away moisture, and it seems to be working. I've had this camper for a while, and it's working out pretty good. I haven't had any moments where I'm like, ooh, this smells like mildew or mold or moisture or, you know, smells like water, because, you know, water has a smell, I guess. I don't know why I keep holding it like this. I'm just gonna just put that back. For securing the camper to whatever roof rack you have, there's little pieces that slide into an aluminum extrusion. There's brackets, so there's two sets of those pieces that can slide into there, and you can put brackets across that. But rather than put the brackets in, I just bolted it directly to the roof rack that I put together. I think that this is easier for me. Oh boy, those dogs. But if you have a regular roof rack and you don't have any through holes or anything like that, it's pretty easy to put together. Both the top and bottom of the camper's shell is slotted aluminum extrusion, so if you decided to, you could buy additional components and pieces. The bottom is 2 slots, and I think the top is only 1. If previous me ever looks up, we'll be able to take a look at it and see. Nope, looks like previous me wants to talk about the rainfly, and the rainfly again is one of the pieces that I dislike the most about this. I'm sure there's better ways to set this up, but when it does start raining, that entire thing just turns into a pocket, and pretty much every time I've got out using the rainfly, I have had it dump water on me. I don't know if it's because it's shifting or what. If anyone has any suggestions, I would love to know a better way to deal with that. So here you can kind of take a better look at what those inserts look like for the rainfly poles. The little bungee that goes around it kind of sits on top of it. But if we come back around to the other side, you can see what the hinges look like. And I can tell you firsthand, these hinges are incredibly heavy duty because I dropped my camper and they all work perfectly fine. So I'm not sure if they're aluminum extruded or forged or what they are, but they're definitely aluminum probably. And then the hinge piece itself, I think, is some type of stainless steel. They just attach through the little slotted brackets, 3 on the bottom, 2 on the top. And like I said, I dropped this thing and it hardly shifted. It works perfectly fine afterwards. So coming back around, there's a ladder. You can see it's going to extend to whatever base you have. So if the ground's uneven, it's got a little bit more that it could actually go. I like to have it resting against the tailgate of my truck. It gives it a little bit of rigidity. If you don't have that, the straighter down you can go, the safer it's going to be. The hook that it has, those are, as far as I can tell, aluminum milled. I'm not 100% if it's forged and then milled or what, but they're pretty heavy duty. Then the little hooks, they go into those T-slots and it just hooks right onto it. Again, looks like it's just stainless steel. These ones, I believe, stainless steel as well, but you know, it's made out of metal. So you got to get an idea of how the camper works and how setup works, and setup is super easy. It comes together pretty quick. But the real question is, how difficult is takedown? And it's not. It's super easy. The hardest part is getting your dog out of the camper. I'm sorry, bud. First up, a takedown, you got to hook up your dog. Don't want him to go say hello to the neighbors. And then the ladder. Ladder's super easy to take down. It's got the little clampy boys. Oh, I guess I'm going inside. Oh yeah, I'm taking the little guys down and doing the things. That makes sense, because you don't want that all hooked up and squished up inside of there. Oh yeah, the rainfly. You pop the little rainfly. Oh, dogs. You pop the little rainfly guy out and take that down. This is where it would start raining on you pretty good. Charlie, if you're watching, yeah, that was Tootsie. She barked. She's very upset that we're not paying attention to her. The poles go into the bag, and then you can tie up the bag. I think I only did for this video, and then it just goes into the tent. Easy as that. Take out the little bag that you have for the steppy, the stairs, the ladder, and then you have to climb down the ladder. It's an important step. Why did I go over here? We're all watching this video for the first time together. I don't remember what I did. What am I doing? What is that? Oh, it's the little thing. I didn't talk about that thing. This is the part of the camp setup that I never use. It's a little shoe bag, and the shoe bag can hook directly underneath the ladder. I forget about it. I don't use it. Like, honestly, I think it's just sitting in the back of my truck right now. Actually, it might be attached to the headrest, because, like, yeah, it's cool. You can put your shoes in it, but also, that's a lot of work. So here we are, what everyone's been waiting for, taking apart the ladder. So there's those little clippy guys. That's what keeps that telescoping ladder from untelescoping. You press them in, and it just falls down. Naturally, I didn't show you me unhooking that top part, but I did that. Then there's a little lanyard wrappy thing with the little clippy buckle, and you clip those together. And then I like to, from the top down, put it in. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way, but it's easier for me, and it just goes into that little bag, so that all that dirt that you had, you know, while you're in a bunch of gravel, oh Jesus, you can not get that inside of your tent as much. You still will, cause like we're dirty humans, but it just slides right over. Look at that. Look how slidey it is. Chicken Nugget likes it. He's very interested in what's happening. You can tell. Like, look at him. He doesn't care. There's Velcro at the top of this, and once you Velcro it up, oh, the pins. I don't know why I'm showing you. These are the pins. Look at the pins. They're going in my pocket, I'm sure. Are they going in my pocket? Yes, they are. And you can put this back in the actual rack. So, the camper. The camper holds pretty much everything that you need to get it set up. When they ship it to you, it's all inside right off the bat, and when you open it up, it's pretty much all ready to go. Here, I'm going to go around, make sure everything's, you know, as centered and taut as possible. This is a little pole that will help you pull it down. But first, you got to take the little bungee. Excuse me, me. Take the little bungee. Yeah. And you wrap the bungee around everything except for the little pole. and then you just pull it down. As you're pulling it down, the air is going to start escaping. You will have to use your arms to tuck either side in to make sure that you don't have little pieces that are sticking out. Um, it's not super hard. The little gas pistons or struts or whatever they're called, they're pretty stable to keep it from collapsing on you. But once you've got it pulled down enough, you can grab onto that top portion. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm letting out more air. Oh, you can't see in this shot. That's okay. But you can grab that top handle and pull it down. Make sure that the little sides are tucked in. Just keep squishing and tucking and squishing and tucking and squishing and tucking. And eventually, it's gonna let you close it down. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Once you've got it mostly closed enough, you can use your body weight to press the entire thing down, and then you hook up one of those latches. Oh, yeah, here we go. The latch just goes on top, and then you can use force to press it down, and then, oh, we're going to do the other one. And then, I don't know what I'm pointing at here. Did I scratch it? Probably scratched it. I don't know. And, oh, yeah. Come on. And then, dude, what? I really wish I had the audio. Oop, that's the top. Look at me tapping the top. Come on, take the little pins. There we go. Good job, me. Oh, those are keys. Take the pin, and you hook the little pin through. And this, so if you wanted to, you could use locks here, but this will keep it from popping open. It probably wouldn't, but keeps it from popping open on the freeway. Now, this is the part of the video that I think I'm the most upset that I don't have the audio, because I was really excited to show you how sturdy this is. Look at how sturdy. I made the camper rack. That's what I'm saying. Something like that. Look at me. I made things. I don't know what I'm questioning. Who am I? Where did I go? But let's climb on top of it. We're climbing. Look at us go. I'm wearing flip-flops. I could die. Just look at how sturdy it is. Wow, crazy. I'm amazing. Oh, look how fat I am. I am 230 pounds. Like, this thing is, like, the terrible quality of the scrap rack that I put together aside, this camper is super, super sturdy. I can jump around on top of it. I dropped it on its side and it smacked into the wall and it shifted when I first tried to put it up. This thing it's sturdy. Chicken Nugget's not a huge fan of me being on top because he can't get up here. But that's okay because he's a good boy. I also don't recommend getting up on top of it like this. Not because it's not structurally sound enough to do it. It definitely is. Like, you could potentially end up delaminating the top portion and causing leaks. But the most important thing, it's really hard to get on top of this and then get back down. Now, it might just be because I'm not the most athletic person in the entire world. But, you know, it is what it is. Really, though, like, what the heck was I trying to say? I have absolutely no idea. I want more lasagna. If only I had a lasagna store near me. What if I went to the store and bought lasagna right now? That's probably what I should do. Why do I sound old in this mimicking of myself? I should go to therapy. I just wanted to go back and reiterate again just how tough this camper is. Like I said, I dropped it on its side. That's all we got. Just a little bit of a scuff. You can hardly tell that it got scratched up. It's in pretty good shape. Now, I feel like there's a lot that I could have given you more on this camper, but you know, it's pretty cool.